Hello friends, Tarzana Joe here, and today we're going to unbox some poetry. Well, I'm going to unwrap it, but let's see what we have. Oh boy, it's a special day. We have two books. One is called The 100 Best Poems of All Time. That's a little presumptuous, don't you think? Because time is still marching on as far as I know. And for the title of this book to be correct, well, no one from now till the end of time will ever write a better poem. And I know someone who's trying. Maybe the title should be The 100 Best Poems So Far. But let's not quibble. Now let's see what's in there. Oh, these have 100 poems by 100 different poets. Gee, no one ever wrote two? Well, anyhow. This is an anthology. I had an Aunt Kate and an Aunt Tilly, but I never had an anthology. That's because I'm not Greek. Anthology comes from the Greek words meaning a gathering of flowers. Now, isn't that poetic? Let's see who's in here. Let's see. Oh, well, of course we have the Iliad by Homer, or perhaps many Homers. Did you know that the Iliad was composed before there was a written Greek language? Most of us never were able to read the whole thing, but a bunch of Greeks memorized it. And that's because they didn't have cable. And now we have Chaucer from the Canterbury Tales. Chaucer was a stand-up poet. He performed at court, and he was quite the favorite in the king's lounge, and perhaps also in the ladies' chamber. And of course, there's Dante, the Inferno. Many poets have gone to hell. Dante, Virgil, Orpheus, and maybe all poets will eventually, but only Dante went to heaven. And finally, let's take a look here at Longfellow, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Back in the day, when poets were stars, this man was a superstar. Of course, after the tragic death of his second wife, he became quite a recluse. And the story goes that one day a young woman knocked on the door of his house. He answered the door and she said, "Is this the house where Longfellow died?" And he answered, "Not yet." Well, that's the 100 best poems of all time. And if you want to look for the 101st to add to your collection, I suggest It Only Hurts When I Rhyme by Tarzana Joe. And you can get that at tarzanajoe.com or amazon.com in a Kindle edition. Thanks, and we'll be unwrapping some more poetry next time.